Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing God of War, Ragnarok. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zero. Let's get to it. Alright, so today we are doing the battle of the boss battles. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So previously we sounded the horn, or Gallarhorn. We set in motion things that were foretold for centuries prior, and as we traveled to Asgard and opened all the realm portals for every realm, and all the realms could unite against Odin, all the realm portals were slowly being taken down by Odin and his war machines. So,
I'm allowed to kill you.
At one point, Kratos is like, "Nope, this is enough. We're not, we're not going to have any more collateral damage. We're not going to ask other people to take our place. It's just going to be me, Atreus, and Odin, and that's it." But apparently, we need to get through Thor in order to do that, and as was foretold by the Norns and by the grow-up prophecy, that Ragnarok would be heralded by the God of War, and the God of War would, of course, command the armies on one side of realms, and then Odin on the other side. And we all initially thought, or everyone here initially thought, that it was going to be Tyr, but instead it turned out to be Kratos. Now Atreus has been trying to avoid the prophecies from coming true because prophecy said that Kratos would eventually meet his end at Thor's hand. So this is the pivotal fight, potentially the last fight that Kratos will ever have, unless something were to change. Basically, the Norns said they don't make the future, they just see your personality, and that makes your choices much easier to figure out because you don't change who you are. Man, that attack. That red circle attack where he just throws, I think he throws the hammer, or maybe it's just a lightning bolt to the ground and it forks. I know it's difficult to dodge. The blue ring attack, some of them, there's not much of a wind-up. It's like, oh, here's the blue attack, wham, too late. That one, at least you have a little bit of time. Thor's not happy at all because he kind of sees Kratos and Atreus as interlopers. Everything was going okay until they showed up, and then all of a sudden, his sons died, and Thrud is, going her own way, and Odin doesn't respect him anymore, and, this, that, and the other. Basically, anything that goes wrong is because of Atreus or Kratos. Yeah, Kratos, show him who's worthy. Wrong universe, but oh man, nice. He got drop mirrored. Man, that spear has come in handy more than once. Ooh.
Thor, this isn't what Thrud.
Keep her name out of your damn mouth.
I think you have to dodge back away from it. That's just not my That's not my style. Normally when I dodge to one side or the other. Because most of the red circle attacks are straightforward, or they come across where you would only be able to dodge it going side to side, not back. Dodging back usually was the surest way to get hit. But in this case, it's the only way to not get hit. Like that. Either that or my timing's off. Oof, I couldn't do anything there. I was in the corner. He's on the ropes. Ooh, and he's so close to being stunned. Now, boss fights, I kind of wish that they would get stunned, but I get it. Like, how would that work? Show them how we do things downtown, Kratos. There we go. The Mjolnir and Leviathan axe are equal weapons. They come head to head time again. Faye and now Kratos have wielded Leviathan, and Mjolnir has not prevailed against it, no matter who is wielding it.
Your daughter.
Ooh.
Calls her friend. If you try to hurt her.
And now we're waiting to see what the twist is, because the prophecy says that Thor is going to take him out. Is that going to be what's going to happen?
Don't you know what I've done? Yes.
You know what I've done?
What
Yep.
will you do now?
There we go. Tell him, Kratos. It's not what you did yesterday. It's what you do today, and what you plan to do tomorrow.
Destroy us.
Dude, that Thor, he is just a big guy. Like, Kratos isn't small by any measure, and Kratos is dwarfed by him. There we go. Must be better. Kratos says no more fighting. Thor is thinking about it.
Why isn't
And what do you know? Odin's been watching the whole time.
Who told you to do that? You don't talk.
The
You
mastermind.
think. I think you kill. It's a simple fucking concept.
Like, I'm fairly certain that Odin has been
Sif was right about
treating Thor a certain way
it. I just didn't want to see it.
to get him into a lather so that he would just snap
I am your father. Take
at the drop of a hat.
and kill who I tell you to
But
kill.
maybe he did too good of a job, because it only took Sif a moment to tip the scales and turn Thor on Atreus at exactly the wrong time, when Odin almost had everything. Oh! So instead of Thor taking out Kratos, we've got Odin taking out Thor. Odin the Kinslayer.
Dude, this was all
And Atreus and Thurid,
They've done this
they all
to
got
us,
to see.
to our family.
And Odin's like pointing the finger. It's their fault. They did it. And look at how Odin just picked that up and tossed Thurid aside.
Do everything around here. Your own son.
And here we go. Come on, guys. Gotta show them how to do things downtown. Dude, is that a Bifrost attack? Have I ever told you how much I dislike Bifrost attacks? And oof, how I dislike getting damaged in the middle of runic attacks. Can you stop a runic attack mid-rune? No, of course not.
Sounds like a great
And even if you could, it's not like, I mean, I'm sure you would lose it, so it's just like, oh, you either get hit or you lose your attack anyway and you have to wait for the cooldown. I mean, the light runic attacks, not a huge deal, but the heavy runic attacks are a really big deal, and of course the relic attacks are a big deal as well. Whoa, he's tearing up his own land. Alright, what the heck? Pretty sure I hit square, but it didn't do anything. Man, this attack is so bothersome. The only thing you can really do is run away from it. Well, maybe something else, but yeah, it's like, well, attack them all you want. Plus, this whole spot is impossible. Ooh, 2. Ooh, 3, 4. Wow. I mean, there's a lot of times where you have boss attacks that they switch up their attacks as they're getting damaged, so the more that they take. The more damage they take, the more their attacks change. Usually there's like 2 or 3. Oh. Frozen. I gotta get some rage so I can use Valor to heal. I gotta heal before he takes me down. Ooh, there's a health gem. I might be able to grab it. Ugh, Bifrost. The reliance on Bifrost attacks. There's a good parry, look at that. Ooh, you dodged that. Nope, didn't dodge that. Oh, and then ignited his Bifrost. Way too many Bifrost attacks. Oh, there you go. Get him. Ooh, the axe in the shoulder. And he didn't even flinch.
Was this everything?
Now Odin's got him.
Was your plan really all that much better than mine?
Was your plan better than mine? I think not.
Exactly.
My plan was the best. It was the greatest.
Not.
Oh man, I was wondering when Freya was going to show up. She wasn't going to let Odin get away with all this, I didn't think. And I almost forgot completely about that noose that she found, or we found, on the way back from the Norns.
Thinking about what I would say to you.
She's been waiting a long time for this. I think we all have reason to believe that Freya would not hesitate right here just to take him out. Maybe savor it for a couple seconds, but then... But I think we all know that that's not how this is going to end. Odin's got another trick up his sleeve. He's going to play his trump card, or maybe one of his trump cards. I mean, he is the Allfather, so who knows how many trump cards he's got up his sleeve. I mean, he's already... He has shown his hand a couple of times, but this is kind of desperate, where his life is on the line. When other people's lives are on the line, he's like, I don't really need them. They're weak anyway. His ravens.
Loved anyone.
Oof. Man, he is really busting up the place. He must not think that highly of Asgard if he's
Father?
breaking it apart like that.
Freya?
Now we've got the mask that's glowing. This must be the study, or not the study, the Odin cave. Actually, it's Ymir, right? So we got the terror in reality, and then Odin comes out of nowhere.
No. No. No more fighting.
No more fighting.
None of that matters now.
None of it matters?
Loki.
So was everything before just a show to get to this point? Like, how am I going to get everyone to, or how am I going to get Loki to the tear with the mask?
Of creation unfold.
And he's the only one.
Life and death. No more doubt, no more confusion. You were born for this.
That can do it. Or Odin thinks it's way too dangerous and he's going to let someone else do it first. So either way, you're talking about manipulating people. Now Kratos has already said that all shortcuts have a price, and Atreus should know that the mask isn't the way to get what you want. The only way to get it is, you know, hard work, no shortcuts. Oh, and there he goes.
Why did you do that?
And just like that, Odin's losing everything. He lost his enforcer, Thor. Lost access, I think, to his Einherjar army. Einies. Oh, did he incorporate the noose into his weapon? So now it's a whip? And of course it's Bifrost. I'm glad he can at least get interrupted at least some of the time. Oh man, like that one. That blue circle attack, you do not have very much time at all. And it's a huge area. Those are always huge areas. Oh. Just like half a second or a second slower, making you think that it's there, but it's not. It's like, whoop. Ooh, good parry. Got hit. I didn't parry that. Some dazed or blinded. So if you get too far away, you're not going to see him. Oh, man, that's brutal. He just isn't going to stop there. Look at that. Got a little health burst out of him. I didn't really... Ooh, there we go. Get him. Oh, you think that's going to stop Kratos? A little prick from a spear. That's not going to stop him. Jeez, man. And now he's got like a flame shield.
Everything I killed for. I just wanted answers.
There's that ice and fire and poison. He's got all the elements going. There we go. Oh, 2. There, 3. Holy cow. And I can't even run because I'm frozen over. Got a little frostbite going. If you would have just done what I wanted you to do, you've been fine. You gotta watch out for those things, but they... There. As soon as they start moving, you gotta move. You gotta get out of the way. Oh, look at that. He just has the combo attacks going. Oh, it's getting close, so it's getting close. Is this it? Is this the swan song for Odin? Oof, that was close. Yikes. You got me with that. There, get him. Give him the business. If it was only Kratos, he might have been in trouble, but with all 3 of them, he doesn't have room to counter. Keep on him.
This was our chance, Loki. I could have had my answers. I could have learned
Yes,
the
the
truth.
eyes. I could
You
have
took
had
that
the
away from
answers.
me.
I could have been the supreme being.
We could have made the 9 realms
I
better.
could have
This was
been
never about the
immortal.
realms or me. It was about you. You destroyed everything. My home, my family, my kingdom. You did those things. Your choices. You killed your
Yeah,
own son.
you did
It
it.
wasn't my choice. I had no choice.
You had a
There's
choice.
always a choice.
Dude, I see that hand.
You have to stop.
Looks like he's going for the dagger.
Better. No, I can't.
Choose to be better. Nope,
What
I
happens
can't.
next? I will
Well,
never
looks
stop.
like he'll never stop his quest to know what happens
Why'd
next.
you have to say that?
It's not about the centuries of what he did do or what he can do. Nope, he wants the next big thing. So instead of here, I thought he was grabbing his dagger. He was gonna pull an Odin on Odin.
Sofna. Sofna.
This time he's pulling Odin's soul, and this time I think we get to see where it went. Last time he did this, he did it by accident, and it looked like it just kind of flew away. This time, I think that's his marble. I think that's the Loki marble.
What do we do with him?
Yes, what do we do with him? Oh, looked like Kratos was gonna squish him in his hand.
I would never rob from you the choice between life and
Nope,
death.
he's gonna let Freya do it. Squish. The end.
I have waited so long for this moment.
But even Freya's got a redemption arc. Even though Freya was like a crazed, deranged maniac. At the end of the last game, beginning of this game, even towards the middle of this game,
I don't need this to make me whole.
all of a sudden she's come to realize
That's all that matters.
being an Avenger is not for her. And then comes Sindri. He doesn't need redemption.
That's what comes next.
In a way, it makes sense that a dwarf would be the one to take him out. Yikes.
It's Ragnarok. He's here.
Sindri's the next baddie for the next God of War. Oh yeah, Ragnarok. I think you guys forgot about that.
Time to go. Go where exactly?
Need an exit?
How?
Angerboda.
Follow me, quickly.
Yeah, time to go.
What? You have to go.
Freya! It's time.
As soon as he raises his dagger again, make it like a tree and get out of there. Oh man. Alright, so Atreus did make it out. Kratos made it out.
Afraid. No matter what happens, I'll be with you. But your path is your own. Follow it, and you'll end up right where you're supposed to be.
Huh?
There he is. Wake up, Atreus. Wake up.
Interesting.
Glad you've come back to us.
Hi.
How would you like to wake up to a Valkyrie looming over you?
He'll be glad to see you.
Knowing what we know about Valkyrie is probably not the best thing. Alright, so we got Atreus. Atreus has made it through. And Kratos. We know Kratos has made it because we saw him as Atreus was kind of fading out. So now we're in the Holt. The Path. Realms at War. So you got some of the Valkyries there. Move on up and see who else has made it to safety.
Thrud.
Loki!
So here we go.
Glad you're both alive. You have
Thrud
no idea.
and Sif both made it out. That's good.
Sorry.
Let's see what they have to say.
Thor. He tried, you know? I'm sorry I couldn't do more. Nothing will fix what you're feeling. But I hope there's some comfort in knowing Odin's gone.
There absolutely is.
Loki, it was an honor to fight alongside a giant. Know that.
Will you stay here in Midgard?
For a bit? Then I've got something I need to find.
I'm working with Hildisvíni to get the rest of the Asgardians to Vanaheim. To help rebuild.
Then I hope it can be a fresh start for them.
Enough about us. You should find your father.
So little reunions between the people that, between Atreus and the people that survived.
Huh. Hugin made it out. Good for him.
Hugin made it.
Oh, and if you could get this wood over to Brana's tent,
Skilder?
Loki. Hey.
Skilder.
Head injury didn't make you forget me.
He made it.
Did
His
you
little
have
Midgard
a head
friend.
injury? Everything was a blur. Maybe that was someone else. Anyway,
Maybe that
man,
was someone
I'm
else.
I'm really glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too.
A few of the
Looks like you're
people
keeping
from
busy.
Midgard.
I'm just happy to help.
New
you.
Midgard.
We're on track to have
in
battles for
Asgard,
everyone, and
originally
your
from
friends' wolves
Midgard.
have been helping out with hunting. We should have plenty to feed everyone.
No shit.
No shit. And hey, thank you for everything. We wouldn't even be here without you.
More or less a happily ever after for them. Although
just wish we
they've
could've
been
gotten more
shuffled
people.
around a few
Look.
times.
You did good.
Thanks, Skilder.
Slowly
Take care, okay?
but surely.
You know me. Has anyone seen any extra blankets lying around? That snow might be melting, but it's still gonna be pretty cold.
And now Fimbulwinter is over.
Oh, there
So that's
he
good.
is. And one
Freyr's
for the kid, too.
Freyr's people.
Here, here. Skull. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
Or some of them
For your
anyway.
sacrifice.
It's true.
Well, we were just
Got Lunda
swapping
and then
our own
the
Freyr
dark
faces.
elf and light elf.
So where was I? Oh. When we met, I was expecting this
And
warrior,
the
this master planner,
dog
a born leader.
or pig, I'm not
Legend
sure.
Came before the man. But the man himself was very different. He won me over, though. He was just so damn kind.
Yeah, Freyr.
It helped that he was handsome.
It helps he was good
And
looking.
incredibly charming.
All right, stop. Y'all gonna make me start crying all over again.
Sorry. Gotta go find my father.
Be safe, you. Y'all remember that time Odin swung near fire?
I'm pleased to see you awake.
Freya.
It was his choice.
And Freya.
I couldn't take that from him.
You saved us all. I'll never forget that.
Much different than the greeting she gave
What I thought I had was taken from me piece by
when
piece.
Atreus saw her the first
But there's
time.
comfort in
Well,
the feeling.
first time in this game.
Your mother was right.
Much, much different.
You grew into that bow after.
Atreus was by himself.
You
Went
are
looking
a
for
formidable
Freya.
warrior. But even more than that,
She was in a whole nother place.
nothing you've endured has changed that.
I'm so proud of the man you've become, Atreus.
Thank you. For everything. I should find my father.
You should.
Yeah, you should. Why you keep stopping to talk? Oh, yeah, that's right, because
Atreus!
you're supposed to.
You gave us quite a scare there.
See what
Glad to
Mimir
see you
has,
too, Mimir.
has to say.
Listen. I want to thank you.
Oh, what else did you expect from the smartest man alive?
It's not just because you're smart. You listened to me. Mentored me. And, well, you're basically another dad to me.
Lad.
No. I need you to hear it. I appreciate you so much.
Huh. I love you too, little brother.
See you, Mimir.
It's good to see you about, Atreus.
And doesn't have a whole lot to say to him, since he tried to hunt him the first time he saw him. But Mimir, hey, Atreus and Kratos and Mimir have been through a lot since Mimir has come into the picture.
You did so good today, boy. I'm so proud of you. Maybe
And one of the last giants,
Okay. My turn.
Angrboda
Who's that? Huh? Yeah, we know.
and Fenrir. Man, that's one redemption story. The story of Fenrir. Fenrir and Ragnarok. Got to see Fenrir at the beginning, and then, I don't know, halfway, 2/3 of the way through, you get to see him again. So that's pretty cool. And even though he took over Garm, it was for the better.
I decided it would be better if I wrote the ending myself.
Yeah, Angrboda, she did her own ending,
haven't told your father
just
yet.
like Atreus told her.
Told him about what?
Come on. Giant visions.
Giant
I
visions,
already saw it.
visions of the future.
I get it.
Every part.
Now, according to the prophecy, Angrboda gives him the bag of marbles, and then she's out of the picture.
I just don't know.
She gave it to him. Then he gave it back to her.
Come with me. I've got something I want to show you.
And now,
Both of you.
I do not wish to intrude.
like, there's a good chance
This is for you too.
that we all know what he's thinking. Because we've gotten to see a few of the giant marbles, but then
Atreus,
Suitor,
I'm glad you are well.
I think he was a
Too.
giant too, fire giant. Sinmara.
So, what was the end of the story?
What?
So there are
Before
giants
Ragnarok, you
who had
promised to
their
finish it if I
souls
fell
put
asleep.
into the marbles, and then we've got giants that are still out on the loose.
Death arrived. He asked why the old man.
Thimblewinter coming to an end, so
Seeing
everything
that
is kind of
before he
melting.
caused the old man to reconsider his request. After a moment, he asked
Ah,
that
the story.
lift the logs onto his back, so that he may continue on his journey.
Well, like I said before, I thought the story, he was just going to tell him some, like,
There's a lot of
long,
smoke out there.
boring, like, repetitive story
Seems when Asgard fell,
where you would
pieces
just
of it landed
listen to it and fall asleep.
There might still be some Einherjar.
You know, kind of like studying for accounting.
That's not what I brought you here to see.
Hey, if you think accounting's exciting, good on you. Oh, look at that. Giant stuff. One last giant prophecy. And this is the one.
Mother?
About Kratos
My shrine in Odin.
coming to Midgard.
She destroyed it. She didn't want us to know our fate.
We forged our own path because of her.
She went against her own
And then
people
Faye dying, starting everything.
to protect you. They don't all open. I'm sorry.
They don't all open. Don't keep trying. And even if it did, I don't want you to see it.
I need to talk to you about something.
Oh, here it comes. Let's see if it's what I think it is.
Find them. I think I know where to look, but they're my responsibility. I need to do this alone. I don't want to do it alone, but I need to. It's hard to explain.
Does it frighten you?
Yeah.
That is why you must do it.
Like you taught me. Yeah.
We survive today because of your choices. Who to trust, who to call friend. Son, you are ready.
Remember our promise.
Loki will go. Atreus. Atreus remains.
Take care of everyone.
I just have to say, Kratos' emotional range is a lot broader than it normally is in a God of War game. In this one in particular, but even in the last one, the first, what was it, eight or nine God of Wars before these last two, he's been very one-sided, and I think they probably wanted to broaden his emotional horizon, so that's why they've made him a little bit more emotionally vulnerable, maybe? No, the back. It was a two-sided prophecy. Comes from Sparta, fights Thor. Atreus goes to Asgard, and the god of war stands alone. All hail Kratos. Praise be to Kratos. Someone's coming.
What did you see in there, brother?
And here we go. And now it's Kratos, Mimir, and Freya.
One I had never imagined.
That certainly makes sense.
What now?
Although Atreus had his own unique skills that he used. Freya had similar but different skills.
Would you join me?
Aye.
But in terms of
We'll see to it. Together.
like arrows, the sonic arrows and the sigil arrows are the same. So I guess maybe we could have seen that coming as soon as Freya joined us the one time, or the first time, and then after that. And especially after seeing Atreus topping out earlier. You don't necessarily see it coming. Oh, and look at that. Take the long road home with the credits. But that is not the end of the story. It's only the end of the main campaign. So here we've gotten to the end of the main campaign, but there's still a lot more story to be told for Kratos and Freya and Mimir, with the 9 realms in disarray and Asgard destroyed. Ragnarok saw to that.
There.
Oh, and now we
talk about Gná.
gotta talk
We
about
don't need to talk
Gná.
about her. We just need to find her.
Just need to
Odin
find her.
chose her as his new
So
Valkyrie
Gná
queen.
is
And
the
by
new
the
Valkyrie
goddess,
queen
your
that
friend.
Atreus saw
Pledged loyalty to
on
us
his
long ago,
first
our
visit
friendship
to
ended soon
Asgard.
What happened?
He's like, oh, you've got a new Valkyrie queen already.
after. One she couldn't accept.
Because previously,
She hates me.
the Valkyrie queen and the Valkyries
Better we
were
find her than she finds us.
corrupted and things were going wrong. And that might have been what had enabled Odin to use the Einherjar before Ragnarok. Because the Valkyries weren't. One for the big boy. The Einies were only supposed to be enabled once Ragnarok started, not before or after. Because basically they've already been through the grinder once. They died, they went to Valhalla, and then bring them back for Ragnarok. Fight in Ragnarok, and then that's it. It does make you wonder, though. Do they go back to Valhalla after Ragnarok? Or are they, blown
Take care, Kratos.
Thank you.
to the four winds,
I
etc.?
appreciate that. And we'll bring all the supplies we can, although it won't be much.
Don't worry about it. Anyone who's able can head out for extra supplies. Aesir and Vanir.
Together.
So, there we go. Ah, there. So not done with the main quest, main campaign quite yet. Now it's over. Complete favors for your friends and allies. Adventure, challenge, and mystery await. Ratatasker awaits with new seeds. So yeah, there we go. Complete.
Where to first?
We could take care of any
And now
lingering
Beyond
business in the
Ragnarok is just set
or
things right.
investigate those pieces of Asgard.
Either way,
So we've
we're
got,
with you, brother.
you know, all kinds of, depending on how you went about the, well, everything,
Lunda also mentioned
you
there's
might
gonna be a
have some
get-together to honor
side
Brock's
quests
memory at Rav's Tavern
that
in
you came across
Svartalfheim.
but you didn't do, or you weren't able to do and didn't go back to, or maybe you're like, no, I'm really invested in the main campaign and I want to see what's going on there, or whatever the reason. Maybe you finished some, maybe you didn't finish some. Whatever the case may be, you have side quests to do. Plus, of course,
There are still signs of
once
the
you
world
have the
serpent
tools,
all over the
and once you
place.
get to this point,
But we saw him disappear
everything,
back in the
all the side quests are going to be available, at least,
All along. That blow from Thor sent Jormungandr straight
to
back
be
in
seen,
time.
if
A
not,
younger
you know,
Jormung,
finished.
fresh from Jotunheim, would grow into the serpent we know.
There are, of
When we
course,
first met the snake,
ones that are not
said
going
that
to
he
be.
found Atreus familiar. Perhaps they met in Jotunheim.
Oh yeah, and then Jormungandr.
We'll have to ask the lad for that story when we next see him.
It's like Jormungandr is actually the giant that Atreus put into the soulless snake, which was big but not that
Mother,
big.
there's something I wanted
And
to
then,
ask
but then once the giant soul went into it, it got
told me
bigger and
about
bigger
your
and bigger
visit to
until it
secure Hell's
became
army,
that
but
world
was
serpent.
reluctant to elaborate
And
when it
then
came to negotiating with Hrafn.
Thor hit it and it just disappeared.
Yes. Well, I
So
can see
did it
why
go
he
back
held
in
off on the
time
subject until he saw if we survived the battle.
to, you know, the first encounter with
Isn't that the spear from Tyr's statue?
Jormungandr?
Wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Wish for peace,
Oh,
be
that's a
ready for
stupid
war.
feeling. Tyr
No
never
truer
saw
thing
war,
has been
but he
said.
knew he had to be ready for it.
Aye, best be armed than not. Impressive looking weapon, isn't it?
It is big.
Yeah. Oh, plus, doing all these side quests and whatnot gives you access to more armor pieces, more relics, more everything.
What exactly did
So
you
you
promise
have
the large bird in Helheim?
more pieces of the puzzle for a, you know, more of a min-max build.
Retire.
Retire? Hell's Eagle wants
But getting
to
the
retire?
armor is just the first step. Then you
And
have
don't ask me
to
what she expects to do with her free time.
upgrade
I
the
assure you
armor.
there is no reassuring answer.
Can she even do that? Not be hell?
Apparently so. She just requires relief.
She just requires
Someone
relief.
else to
So
step in and become
Mimir
hell, as it were.
has
Not
to step
exactly an
in
office many would wish to occupy.
Aye. Terrible weather.
for Hell. That
infinite
was
hours,
the
and possibility
agreement.
of unleashing terrible mischief on the realms if they're careless. Or worse,
And I think
if they
he's
aren't
probably
completely trustworthy.
But if she were to leave without a report,
able to do it.
Complete chaos. Yes.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
And you certainly don't want someone, yeah, who's not fit for the office. Now, I think there's one more main part that has been left out of the main campaign. There's one more thing that we have to do before we can say that the
Did they have an agenda?
you know, main campaign is officially
interests first.
over, but I'm not sure how to
They
start
can
it
be easily fooled by their own prophecies.
or
But
where
we
to
will
go.
Continue another time.
I have an idea, but oh, here, she's got something for us.
I got it. Oh, what can I do for a gossip?
Impressive.
And poor Freya's sword was not upgraded.
Y'all know where to find me.
What is wrong?
No, nothing. It's just, don't know if you've heard, but we're gonna say goodbye to Brock and Svartalfheim.
Ah, there we go.
A funeral.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
We're meeting at Rab's Tavern in Nethervalir.
We
So,
will be there.
I don't know if it would have been at any of these forges. Viking funeral. Or what, but that's what we want to do. So we'll go do that, and I think we'll call it. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
I came by and took out an Einherjar patrol. Area should be clear. Can't speak for the rest of town.
Guess an occupying army is as good as a lockdown for tamping down foot traffic.
Profane alternate lyrics to my ballads. Absolutely disgusting. But now I wish I could remember some of them.
The paperwork that man created for me. I had to build a chest just for his violations. A big one.
I taught him 20 different ways to cold forge a bolster. Once, he taught me a slightly easier method of wire pulling, and from that day on called me his apprentice.
A true asshole he was. Gods, I'm gonna miss him.
Hi, y'all made it. Just about to send him off.
I have met many on my travels. You are one of the few I would call friend.
I always thought you were one of the dumbest creatures I'd ever met. Didn't expect you to be the bravest, too.
This world is a darker place for your leaving it.
We're taking him to the Sverd Sands. It's, in the wetlands near the ferry. We'll wait for you there.
Damn it.
What is wrong?
I should have changed. Sewn some mourning garb. We're not dressed properly.
We're fine. The dwarves don't typically require formal wear at funerals.
Brock certainly would not.
Perhaps.
Still, now you've got me thinking of what I might look like with some jewelry around my neck stump. Maybe some gold woven into my beard. That'd be quite fetching, eh?
Thanks for trying.
There they are, brother.
Oh, come on, surely he'll be along. It's his brother.
Let's hope so. Loss can do things to a man. You made it. We can begin.
love you, Brooke. Sindri. Brock was...
A hole.
What?
Gets bigger the more you take away.
PlayStation